Hi guys, Bobby Gas here. Well, I got my Bucka record haul. Calls for a cigar. Yeah, I did all right. It was a COVID household. She never told me that till the end of 45 minutes. I was looking at all her records. Both her and her old man and her son, who was in his late 20s, all had the COVID. Yeah, I got a shot. I ain't gonna die. Anyhow, let's get to it. I got 29 albums and 1945s. We'll go with the albums first because that's what most of you guys are interested in. They're all dusty and dirty. They've been in the basement for like 30 years, she said, right? But every time I pull out a record and look at it, it looks like it hasn't been played, right? But the album covers themselves, they've been mishandled, a lot of them. Well, first here, what do we got? Electric Havens, Richie Havens. I'm just going to run through these. I'm not going to do too much talking about them or nothing, eh? Just show them to you here. The Moody Blues, To Our Children's Children. Great shape, the album cover and the vinyls, like I said, they're all like new, right? It's very crispy, but they're very dusty, right? Now, I got most of all these albums here, but for $1 a piece, I can't lean behind. I can trade them or whatever, right? Here's the Moody Blues, Search for the Lost Child. You can find these all kinds of, but in great shape like this, you ain't going to find them. They're square, and corners and all of that kind of stuff. This was actually the worst one. And it usually is the worst one that I see. It's got, ringway like crazy, this album, every time I see it. This is a way better copy of the thing than the one I have. And what's a find without finding this baby right here? The Whipped Cream and Other Delights. Herb Alpert. What's up here? Oh, yeah. Richie Havens, 1983. Pretty good shape. No ring wear. This has always got a lot of. You hear that crack open? That's a double album, eh? Fantastic shape on the Verve. Richie Havens. I like this album here. It's got a couple of nice songs on it. I had it way back in the day. Here's 10 Years After, The Undead. Can't leave 10 Years After behind. I have it, of course. Now, here was a comp. Big Brother and the Holding Company. It's called Heavy Sounds, right? It's got Big Brother, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, The Electric Flag with Killing Floor. That's a great blues tune, eh? Laura Nyro, Driving Duck Blues by Taj Mahal, Johnny Winter, Mike Bloomfield, Al Cooper, Albert Shuffle, The Byrds, Lay Lady Lay doing the Dylan tune, Listen by Chicago, Cold Sweat by Mongo Santa Maria. Good old Mongo, Cold Sweat. A couple of tunes on that I wanted to hear. There we go, Led Zeppelin 3. Guy wrote his name there. But other than that, this is in pretty good shape. As She Spins. They had a bunch of. He had like 2 or 3 Led Zeppelin 2s. And And a couple of the, what was I talking about? Uh, oh yeah, he had a couple of Led Zeppelin 2s, and I was checking them to see if they were Ludwig pressings, right? They weren't, right? I scooped them too, right? But they were in, the covers were in sad shape. Dock of the Bay Otis Redding on Volt. I have this. This is, you know, this is in great shape though. Oh, pills. Well, they'll just have to wait. Whoops. Oh, my cigar, where are you? I don't want to burn the floor. Good old Stax label. There's another Richie Havens, something else again in the shrink. Live Cream Volume 2. I wonder what Volume 1 was. I didn't see it. Savoy Brown Looking In. That's an awful looking cover there, right? It's on the Parrot. I have it. And this one here too, East West, Paul Butterfield Blues Band. Flying Circus, Last Lady. I don't know these guys. I picked this up on a just a whim. Alright. Last Laugh, Flying Circus on a Capital, Orange Capital. We'll check it out. We'll see who the hell they are and what they sound like. But the looks of them, right, it ain't, you know, it ain't rap. Parliament, Chocolate City. That's a nice score there, Parliament. Anytime you can pick up Parliament. On the Casablanca label. Deja Vu. Great album, Deja Vu. Oh, I had to grab this one. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I got a couple of his already, right? There's Led Zeppelin 1. And believe it or not, there was 2 albums in here. There was Led Zeppelin 1 and Zaso. Cafe Cream. Citations, Interruptions. I don't know this one, eh? That looks like Frank Zappa to me there. So we'll have to check this out. You know, I just grabbing these things, right, as I seen them as I was coming along. Oops. There's Hendrix and Rainbow Bridge. It's in great shape, you know. Square corners, all that kind of stuff. On the Mustard Reprise. Blind Faith, great album, man. Great album. Cosmic Blues, Janis Joplin. And last but not least, Madman Across the Water. Well, that's the albums. 29 albums. Now let's get to the 45s. Same with the 45s. I've got quite a few of these too, but you know, these were 50 cents a piece. And I like 45s. I'm going to put these over here. I got to make room. Pills, pills, pills. Snooze. I can't read these without my glasses. How long have I been doing this? Moody Blues, Story in Your Eyes. The Astronauts, Main Street. And what's on the flip side of that? In My Car. These guys were kind of like Beach Boys. Alright? They actually sound not too bad. Shirley and Company, Shame, Shame, Shame. I have this, I think I got 2 copies of that. Good tune. White Room, Cream. Wild Thing by the Troggs. Your Personality, Jackie Lee. I wasn't sure about that one there, Jackie Lee. The name sounds awful familiar to me, right? R&B singer, I'm pretty sure, right? But not knowing what it was, I had to pick it up. You never know. Warm Baby. The Birds backed with Rain on the Roof. A Kama Sutra. Oh, here's a... The Critters covering Younger Girl of the Birds right there, hey? It's not too bad that, what's on the flip side? Gone for a While. That don't sound too bad, neither of them tunes. Yeah, I remember the Critters. Excuse me, got a bad schnoz. Heaven Only Knows, the Shangri-Las, backed with Give Us Your Blessings, the Shangri-Las. I love the girl groups. The Zombies, Tell Her No. Everything, all of this stuff here, I gotta clean it, eh? Rufus Thomas, show gonna mess him up. Rufus gonna pound somebody, eh? Willy-nilly on the flip side. Good old Rufus Thomas. You know, it was a Beatles record. I had to pick it up. Come Together. I'm always knocking the Beatles. I mean, I like them, but you know. Excuse me. Next up, we got Wild Thing by Fanny. That's a pretty good tune, actually. Wild Thing by Fanny. War, Cisco Kid. Was a good friend of mine. And this tune here, James Phelps. I'll do the best I can. I played this a while ago, and you know, my copy, right? This one's got writing on it, right? But it looks quite playable, right? I mean, these old 45s, they don't look great, some of them, but they play great. It's just, you know, better stuff, better vinyl, or I don't know, better workmanship or something. I don't know. Come on, get out of here. Rick Derringer, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. Time Warp on the flip side of that. Commander Cody, Hot Rod Lincoln. Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple. You know, all familiar to you guys. Here's something I don't know either, but I like the name Homo sapiens. Madagascar on one side and Pecos Bill on the other side. I never heard of these guys. It looks like a foreign pressing too. to me, right? But I'll check it out. We'll play it and see what it's like. Well, that's what I scored, guys. I mean, it come to $33, I think, 50 cents, or 33.50 or something. I says, "Will you take $35?" She says, "Well, yeah, thank you very much." Right? She gave me a bottle of water too. So that's my score. A buck a record. 50 cents for the 45s. So they're still out there, guys. You just never know. That's all. Karma.